Hello friends, family, and other people on YouTube. I'm LC Hines, in case you didn't already know that. Yeah. So this will be a video about my movie collection. All the movies you see before you. Don't know if you can see all the stacks. No, you can. Tallest one. This one. Yeah. Oh, there you go. First spill. Yep. So tallest was that one there. I don't know exactly how many movies I own. These are all the movies that either I bought or I consider mine. Thinking back to it, most of these movies I probably bought myself. Shouldn't be a little shameful because I have not been attempting to grow my movie collection very long. This is just what I have now. Maybe I'll do like an update every once in a while. But so I do not own every movie in existence. Clearly, this isn't the hugest collection ever, but I wish to share it. Yeah, so I'm going to go backwards, alphabetical, because, hey, it's different. I'm just going to go through, if you want to count maybe how many movies I have. By the end, that'd be nice, because I'm too lazy to do it myself. First off, we have Zombieland. On Blu-ray, it is a really good-looking Blu-ray, you know, the colors are all very rich and whatnot, but let's talk a little bit about the movie. It's an amazing film. It makes fun of all of those, like, zombie things, you know, like in zombie movies. It's kind of a like action parody. Like the first act, you know, feels very like it's kind of making fun of 28 Days Later, or something like that. You know, like a zombie survival film, right? You know, all the characters are great, especially Tallahassee, Woody Harrelson. Tallahassee, he's a boss. He's basically the zombie killing badass. Where we got, you know, Jesse Eisenberg or Lex Luthor, as, you know, this like wimpy kid who just kind of follows the rules, and then we got, you know, Abigail Breslin. It's always fun to see Little Miss Sunshine shoot zombies with a rifle. And we have Emma Stone as Wichita, the love interest. I mean, she's good in everything. I really like Emma Stone. Not only is she pretty, she's a good actress, but yeah, she's great in this film as well. You know, she's a badass in and of her own self. But Zombieland, great. I don't want to spend too much time on every film. X-Men First Class, my favorite X-Men movie. Pretty much revitalized, you know, the X-Men series trilogy, which I have. It's up next. So yeah, First Class. It's a really fun film, a lot of action. I love how it ties into the previous films, even though there is some continuity errors, but I believe Days of Future Past will fix some of those. But yeah, I think that this movie does not address the issues, like a lot of the real-world issues that X-Men deals with, as well as the other films, but still an extremely fun film. I think that if I wanted to get someone into X-Men, this is probably one of the first films I'd say, like, I don't know. I'd say watch X-Men 1 first, if I'm trying to, like, get someone into the X-Men movies, to, like, get the idea of what's going on, what it's all about, and then watch this, because this is, like, really the funnest of them. Next, I got the X-Men trilogy here. X-Men 1, or 1.5 as it says there, X2, X-Men Last Stand. Talk a little about each of them. X-Men 1, pretty much what a lot of people consider, like, the first, like, really good, like, mainstream superhero film, because the X-Men, before this movie came out, were one of those, like, prime titles. Like, you know, one of the things that when you hear Marvel, you think, oh, X-Men or Spider-Man or, you know, Avengers. I don't know if Avengers was such a big deal. I don't know. I wasn't, you know, early 2000s. Anyway, but yeah, no, so X-Men, I really like this film. I love the issues it brings up. Hugh Jackman is great as Wolverine. Let's see, Magneto is a really cool villain in this film. Ian McKellen does a great job. It deals with a lot of real-world issues. You know, it's pretty fun. It goes for kind of like a darkish tone, but the action's still really cool. Definitely not the best of the series. Also, James Marsden as Cyclops. This is X-Men 1.5. It talks a lot about, it has a second disc with, like, hours of bonus footage. And, in the interviews with James Marsden, I always felt that he had respect for the role of Cyclops. But I feel like he was overwhelmed by, you know, like, in the film, his performance, I didn't really like it. It didn't really match the character for me, personally. But, no, I mean, just James Marsden, I respect him for what he tried to do, but I don't think he was the perfect fit for Cyclops. He physically fit the role, though. I just don't think he was up to the acting job. Nothing against him, but they could have just chosen someone different. But anyway, so X2, X-Men United, my favorite X-Men film. They perfected Nightcrawler in this film. I think Hugh Jackman, this is pretty much like one of the 2 times Hugh Jackman, for me, became Wolverine. I mean, he really sunk himself into this character. This movie focused a lot on him, actually, and I really appreciate that. I think it speaks a lot about, you know, the character and everything, and all the issues brought up in the film. It's beautiful. Stryker is an amazing villain in this film. He was really threatening. He brought a different kind of, you know, energy than Magneto in the first film. But so X-Men 2, my favorite X-Men film. Wish I could talk more about it, but it's actually taking longer than I wanted to already. Serious? Okay. X-Men Last Stand, the finale of the trilogy. Now, I do not hate this film. This film has a lot of hate for some reason. Okay, understandable reasons, but... Okay, first off, this film definitely... I think this film really has 2, like, stories going on. On one side, we got, like, the Dark Phoenix, whereas, like, you know, we're really focusing on Famke Janssen, and, you know, her transition into the Phoenix and what it means and blah, 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 blah. And the other one is the Mutant Cure. Now, I really feel like, first off, I think the Mutant Cure side of it, that was a lot more enticing. I love the scene where they're trying to give Angel the serum, but he doesn't. And, like, all the issues they talk about, like, where they talk about in the film, what the cure means. And I feel like the Phoenix stuff wasn't handled well, but they were really trying to, you know, like, bring those 2 elements together, and they didn't mesh, and it just... that didn't work well. I think some of the action scenes in this movie are great. I really love the scene in the house where, like, Wolverine and, you know, like, fighting Juggernaut and ceiling and stuff. Juggernaut was okay in this film. They definitely could have done him a lot better. But, no, there were... I think the costume designs and stuff were the most cheesy in this film. They didn't feel as legitimate, with the exception of Beast. Kelsey Grammer, Kelsey Grammer, yeah, as Beast. Amazing. He was awesome in this film. I think they really got Hank McQuaid down to his science in this. You know, for me, he was the best part of the movie. But, you know, there were some really cool set pieces in this film. It's definitely the weakest of all the X-Men films. Okay, the second weakest. We're not going to talk about Origins Wolverine in this video, but yeah, Last Stand. I really like it. It's enjoyable, but definitely it's the lowest out of all the X-Men films. And this has the most continuity errors with all the other films. Anyway, Watchmen Director's Cut. This Blu-ray is fantastic. The movie is really, really good, but the Blu-ray, like this, the Director's Cut and everything, this is an amazing gift. It comes with, like, hours upon hours of special features. It adds extra footage to the film. Now let's talk a little bit about Watchmen. Okay, wait, I want to talk about the Blu-ray a little more. Visual quality, incredible. Audio quality, incredible. It's just... this is one of my favorite Blu-rays that I have because of the quality and how much effort was put into it. Just amazing. So Watchmen, amazing film, I think, because if you've read the comic that this film, not even based off, this film adapts to film, then I think you will really like this movie because some of the performances given by the actors were incredible. Jackie Earle Haley as Rorschach, my God, he was incredible. Perfectly translated from the comic onto film. He gave such an amazing performance. It was great. I really like the guy who plays Dr. Manhattan. I really like the issues that the guy, I liked his voice, you know, and how like he was very almost robotic in a way, kind of reminded me of Hal, but I don't want to go into it that much. But all the Dr. Manhattan stuff was really, really cool, visually speaking. You know, the visual style was perfect. I love all the costume designs. I don't know the actor who played the comedian, but he was great too. I really liked whenever he was on screen. He kind of added a lighter, well, not lighter, I don't know, this movie's pretty dark, but whatever. I really, really like watching an amazing adaptation from the book. I really think you should read the book and then watch this movie because I think that this movie just kind of highlights the book in a sense where like all it does is adapt it onto film, and it's really cool to see some of your favorite moments from the book on screen in HD on Blu-ray, because this disc itself is amazing. I never saw it in theaters, but this disc. Bruce Willis is Unbreakable. So Unbreakable stars Samuel Jackson and Bruce Willis. It's one of my 2 favorite M. Night Shyamalan films. Okay, the only 2 M. Night Shyamalan films I actually like. So yeah, this film, I don't want to go into it about the story, but this film is great. It's a unique take on a superhero film. It just kind of deconstructs, you know, comic books and things like that and what being a superhero means. It's really cool. Very stylized. It was, great performances throughout. Unbreakable. A very slow burn. Tropic Thunder. One of my favorite comedies, in my opinion, Oscar-worthy performance. Oscar-worthy performance by Robert Downey Jr. in this film. I forgot if he did Iron Man before this. I think he did Iron Man before this. Yeah, but no, this movie, it's hilarious. Laughs throughout. There practically wasn't a minute that I don't go throughout acting without laughing. Slurs. Favorite character of this movie though, Tom Cruise as, my God, how can I forget his name? Les Grossman. Amazing, hilarious, just hilarious film. Transformers: Dark of the Moon on Blu-ray. Great looking Blu-ray. This is my second favorite of the Transformers films so far. Bayformers, as some people have come to, nicely call them. But yeah, no, I really think that the last hour of this film, it's just pure action, explosion, robots beating the crap out of each other. For me, it's really entertaining. I can see how some people could just, think of it as, light. But there are some pretty creative action scenes in this film, I thought. I don't know why, but John Turturro makes me laugh. Even though in this film he is useless. Like, he's one of those characters that if he wasn't in the movie at all, it wouldn't be different. But I like John Turturro. He's kind of, he's just, his character in all the films, except for the first one, really did kind of feel useless, but I don't know, he just makes me laugh for some reason. Sue me, I don't know. Transformers: Dark of the Moon, great looking Blu-ray, fun film, but nowhere near what Transformers should be. Peter Cullen, amazing one. He also butchered the line in this film. And if you know what I'm talking about, then America, or Star Trek. Anyway, never watched this. Grew up in this film. I love it. Amazing action. Still holds up today. It's the Terminator. I mean, just has so many iconic moments. Hasta la vista, baby. Just like incredible. Turtle power. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I love this film. Love this film. I love the messages in this film. About like family and stuff like that, and what family means and how important it is. So Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Great film. A lot of fun fight scenes. It's a great film for kids, and adults actually get a lot out of it. Casey Jones' movie. Awesome. Just a really fun film that I think, to call yourself a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fan, I think you only need to like this film. Because this, for me, is like, it's the definition of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Even though I grew up with the 2003 cartoon, that was really my main exposure, but this movie, man, awesome. Superbad. What can I say? It's Superbad. McLovin, and like, this movie's just incredible. Michael Cera and Jonah Hill, which I'm pretty sure this was Jonah Hill's like main breakout role right here in Superbad. But yeah, so this movie, it's hilarious. It's a lot of fun. Superbad. There's certainly much else I could say about it. See them all stacked backwards here. Yeah. I was about to like do the Superman theme. Whenever I have one of three themes that I'm going to mention, if I try humming them, I'll mix them up. The Star Wars trilogy on Blu-ray. So obviously it's Star Wars, not much I can say about it. I'm not going to explain the story. If you haven't seen these films, see them in whatever form they come in. So the Blu-ray, I love like the 1080p and how it makes it so visually impressive. The film, it looks incredible on Blu-ray, but some of the added stuff I didn't like. There were how do I put it? Okay, four things I didn't like. Four edits that I think they could have gone without in them re-editing these films on Blu-ray. First was seeing Jabba the Hutt on Mos Eisley. They should have cut that out because it just confused me, because Jabba the Hutt in the third film, he's all like, he kind of in one place. Seeing him mobile just kind of doesn't make any sense. Plus, it removes the suspense of seeing what Jabba the Hutt looks like in the third film. Second, obviously Han shooting first. I'm not even going to get into that. Third, Darth Vader saying no, in the third film. It wasn't needed. I mean, the performance was enough. You could tell that Darth Vader was conflicted in that scene, even without him saying no. And I forgot what the fourth thing was, but there was a fourth thing that I really did not like, that they changed. I'm trying to remember what it was, but still. Whatever form you get these in, these films are still amazing. They inspire imagination and creativity and all that crap. It's amazing. Han Solo, Not much else I can say. It's Star Wars, you know. Shall we begin? Star Trek in Darkness. So yeah, this is definitely my. I prefer this over the first one. Absolutely, the action in this film was incredible. I love all the interaction between the characters. Let's see. Zefram Cano is a godsend as Spock, you know. And Benedict Cumberbatch did a great job as, spoiler alert, skip ahead a few seconds, Khan. I really feel like he played a very different type of character from Ricardo Montalban's interpretation of the character. But still, I could really feel that same essence, you know, with the same character of Khan. You know, I really felt like there were different interpretations of the same character because there were certain things about them that felt very similar. The way they talked, the things they said, you know, how they said them were all very similar. But I feel like the tone of the character, you know, and like how they were played was different, you know, in this interpretation in Wrath of Khan. But love this film. It's awesome. Search from Darkness. A lot of suspense in this film. Star Trek would revitalize the series. Now, I grew up on Next Gen. That was my, you know, series growing up that I loved, the Star Trek. That was the Star Trek I was exposed to. And I really liked, I saw a few episodes of the old series. I can appreciate them for what they were, but for me, they don't hold up because my mind's just jaded like that because I grew up in the 21st century. But Star Trek, great film. A lot of fun. You know, I really feel like Abrams wasn't trying to, you know, like make a movie to satisfy the fans. This film was purely made to bring in new fans of Star Trek. Yeah. I feel like the second film was really trying to appease the old Star Trek fans, obviously by the villain. But still, this movie, if you're new to Star Trek, this is a great window to get into it. It's a lot of fun. It brings up a lot of the same issues. Zefram Cano is amazing here as Spock, and not much else I can say. Star Trek. Kind of a weak villain, though. I didn't mind Eric Bana as a Nero, but definitely not worthy of the second film. Spider-Man 2 on Blu-ray. Now, I just got this today. Actually, I'm thinking about watching it after the video is done, because this comes with Spider-Man 2.1, which I've never seen. It has like a lot of extra footage, increases fight scenes, things like that. You know, but yeah, this is my favorite Spider-Man film of all the films that have come out. I feel like, first off, I think Tobey Maguire shines here as Peter Parker - Spider-Man. I really feel the conflict within him. This movie highlights the fact that, you know, he's in school and he's got his girlfriend, and you know, he's, you know, bad, like, you know, he has money issues and stuff like that, and at the same time he has to be Spider-Man. He has to juggle all these things, but at the same time he has to be a superhero. And I feel like this film explores all those issues very, very well, and it really shows what it means to be Spider-Man. Doc Ock was really good in this film. It's kind of hard to say. I think his motivation was kind of off. Like why the character was so pissed off and why he became a villain. But he was still pretty cool. I mean, like, all the action scenes are incredible in this film. This actually has the best CG of all the Spider-Man except for Amazing Spider-Man, which confuses me. The first one had okay CG. This movie I thought had great CGI, and all the action was really good. Everything looked really realistic. But the third film, the CGI is just awful. I mean, I already watched it a while back, at least on DVD, but still. I don't know, I'll watch it on Blu-ray, see if it changes anything. Favorite Spider-Man film, love it. Oh, and Aunt May. The actress plays Aunt May. I can't believe I can't remember her name. Great in this film. He has a speech. Every time I hear it, it sends chills down my spine, man. I have to reach over. Spider-Man 1 on Blu-ray. See? Like I said, I have not seen this on Blu-ray yet. I just got this today. They were on special. Yeah, no, so Spider-Man 1, this was my first introduction to Spider-Man. This, I had never watched the 90s TV show or anything like that. First time I saw this was on, you know, TV and stuff, and this was actually, now that I think about it, this is my first exposure to superheroes. I saw this before X-Men, I saw this before, like, you know, any of the, I want to say Hulk, but I don't really want to think about that first Hulk with Eric Bana. But yeah, no, so this movie, it's really, really good. Poor adaptation from the comics, yes, but if you think about it in its like own universe, I really feel like this is a story of, you know, like rebirth and things like that. You know, it's a lot of fun, first off. I really feel like, you know, the action scenes are great. You really feel the spirit of Spider-Man in this film. They have these montages where he's like, saving people and doing good things and being, getting bad guys and stuff. The spirit of Spider-Man is here, even though the adaptation is pretty clunky, doesn't do it at all. And I thought that Willem Dafoe did a great job as Norman Osborn, the Green Goblin. I remember the suit, his Power Ranger Goblin suit, not bothering me the first time I saw it, and before I started reading a lot more of the comics. But now that I look back, obviously I would want a different suit. But I think that if you're not familiar with Spider-Man that much, and you're not familiar with what Green Goblin's supposed to look like, or what he does look like in different interpretations, then you'll be fine with the suit. I'm fine with it, looking at it as his own thing, but comparing it to the comics, yeah. But yeah, still, really fun film, good movie. Good movie. What can I say about Spaceballs? It's great, it makes fun of the sci-fi genre. If you're a sci-fi nerd like moi, you'll love this film. I'm surprised that if you're not a sci-fi nerd, you haven't seen this film, because what I'm talking about, I mean, just like Rick Moranis as as Darth Helmet, had me laughing all the way through. Though I have a question for all you nerds out there: Vespa or Leia? Leave it at that. Gonna get hard to reach over this one. Slumdog Millionaire. Yeah, what can I say about this film? Brilliant, I suppose. I mean, I think, first of all, the acting in this film is amazing. It's just shocking, the things I've seen in this film. The imagery, and what goes on. Score is incredible. The visual style of this film is incredible. It's like, it really immerses you, this movie, and it's a love story, and I don't know what I can say about this film. That it's incredible. It's an experience, this film is. Bend over. Alright. Got a little those two for me. Sky High. Now, Sky High, I don't know if this got a theatrical release. I think it did. Watching the film, it looks like a feature. But I never saw it in theaters, just saw it on DVD. Or on Disney Channel or whatever. I really like how this kind of makes fun of the superhero, movie genre and things like that. It's a lot of fun, definitely. It's a huge amount of fun. It's got like these, very high school movie-esque elements in a PG movie. I mean, it's just, I think, this is a good film for, preteens, who are just, thinking about high school or aren't that, mature and stuff. I don't know. I think this film was fun. I guess it's a good movie for kids, It's got heart, this movie does. I really feel like, it's got heart. Yeah. Also, I actually thought Mary Elizabeth Winstead did a really good job as the villain in this film. I think she was legitimately menacing. I don't know, that's just me. I got a soft spot for Disney films. Live-action Disney films that made theatrical releases. A lot of them, anyway. Scott Pilgrim vs. The World. I love this film so much. So much. It's incredible. I think that all of the Seven Evil X's, all of them, they were great villains. I thought they were all handled very well. I'm actually reading the comics for Scott Pilgrim right now, and the adaptation is really great. I think the comics go a bit more darker in tone. They make a more intricate world, where this is kind of more straightforward, but I think this is definitely the more enjoyable version. It's still great. Great film. Amazing action scenes in the movie. I love how it makes fun of video games and everything. It's a great movie. Love it, Scott Pilgrim. Okay. Whew. Not even half the way done. The Sandlot. Love this film. I love it. I'm just gonna start blasting through these. Sandlot. Love this film. Great. Stand By Me. Coming of age. Dead or Alive. You're Coming With Me. RoboCop. Great action that, in my opinion, still holds up today. Amazing performance by Peter Weller. Great. I don't want to stretch it. Rise of the Planet of the Apes. James Franco plays a scientist, and Andy Serkis does mocap for an ape, and it's a great film, fun action, likable characters, etc., etc. Ties into the first film. Cool. Oh no. Hit Pulp Fiction. Okay. Pulp Fiction. Best dialogue in a movie ever. My favorite Quentin Tarantino film. One of his earlier films. Just great movie, really cool Blu-ray, really, stylistic. Pulp Fiction, you have to see it. Don't watch it with your kids, your brothers and sisters, or whoever you are. Prometheus, I really like this film. I love the questions it brought up. All the CG was amazing. It's a really good looking Blu-ray. Michael Fassbender, an amazing performance as David. Not much else I can say. I like it. A lot of brings up questions. Project X. The cover says it all. It's a pretty cool looking Blu-ray. I wanted it because I think it would look good on Blu-ray. Let's say this film's very visual. How about that? Bit of a stupid party movie though. I like the found footage, it fits. Predators. I actually really like this film. I love the tone. You know, it's very, like, you know, it matches that tone to the first Predator, but it takes out some of the cheesiness. And some people would say the fun, but I like that it's very thrilling. I love the fight scene between the Predator and the Yakuza guy. I think it's a really good film. I really like it. It immerses me. This is a very immersive movie for me personally. Point Break, definition of popcorn action. I mean, I just actually got this today on Blu-ray, but I love this film. You know, great action movie. It's very quotable. You know, it's got some cheesy lines. Let's call him Dennis Leary too. Gary Busey, I think is hilarious in this film. Keanu Reeves, even though he's not the best actor, he's great for action. Keanu Reeves reminds me of like Arnold Schwarzenegger in a sense where like he always plays the same character. Well, with the exception of Ted Theodore Logan, he always plays the same character, but that's what you like about him. Except, you know, Keanu is a bit less emotional. Arnold, he like exudes emotion. But still, no, amazing film. Point Break. Can't wait to watch it on Blu-ray. I heard it's good. Here it's good. Pacific Rim. Amazing film. I saw this in theaters. I will never forget it. This is, if you haven't seen this movie in theaters, I feel sorry for you. That's the best way to see it. I don't care what kind of theater it was, but like, this is a theater movie. It's scaled so perfectly. All the action scenes are incredible. Very anime inspired, this film. Guillermo del Toro, great visual director. It's a lot of fun, likable characters. Idris Elba's amazing, like he always is. He's Idris Elba. Yeah, no, so great film, Pacific Rim. Get it on Blu-ray, get the biggest screen you can, and like tilt yourself downward so you can feel the scope if you must. Turn the volume up all the way. This is just popcorn fun. Over the Hedge, a DreamWorks film. A DreamWorks film where Bruce Willis voices a talking raccoon. I like it. I like the message it has about advertisements and stuff. And how, you know, it turns us all into consumers. Sorry about that pause, folks. The camera ran out of memory. Anyway, so Jet Li's the one, amazing action. Like, you know, Jet Li plays the villain and the good guy, so it's pretty interesting. I think he does a pretty good performance, you know. Jet Li, he's very action-oriented, but he's likable, you know, as an actor. Okay, I'm just gonna go through all these Matrix movies now. Decent, great fight scene towards the end of the film. Okay, in my opinion, the worst of the series. But still, you know, it's Matrix. Amazing movie, a lot of really cool messages, great action, still holds up. It's the Matrix, first one. What I was gonna say, I kind of want to get it on Blu-ray. Here, it's amazing on Blu-ray. I will get the Matrix on Blu-ray, not maybe. I will. Man of Steel. So I saw this movie in theaters. And I really love this film. Maybe it's because I'm just a blind Superman fan. Ignore. Yes. But no, this movie, I think this movie really has the spirit of what Superman represents to a lot of people. What he's supposed to represent. You know, that like, you know, we can be more, and how, like, you know, we can ascend to greater things. And I think that it's perfectly translate what Superman is in the comics. I think some of the more grander Superman comics, like All-Star Superman, with the exception of the vulnerability, they're gonna make him OP. But yeah, I thought I forget his name. Michael Shannon as Zod did a really cool job. He was very menacing. He felt like a threat. And how can I forget her name? I don't remember her name, but the girl who played I forgot the character's name too. What's wrong with me? Yes. Blah, 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 blah. The girl in this movie, Zod's right-hand woman, amazing. Blew me away. Had a very Kate Beckinsale from the new Total Recall type of feel to her. She felt very T-1000-ish. She had a lot of really cool lines too. Feora, that's her. Okay, I could spend a very long time talking about these next films. I'm just gonna go right through them. Go forward, I guess. Great, could watch it every day. Fellowship of the Ring, okay, see that. Worst of the films, but still amazing. Drags a bit in the middle, but picks right back up. Amazing, just amazing. Samwise Gamgee is a boss. Great conclusion to the epicness. Now, I don't want to talk any spoilers about Looper because I think the best way to see Looper is going into it but not knowing a thing. I'll just say it involves time travel, but it's a great film, very stylish, very anime inspired. Yeah, this movie is great. I love it. It's very stylish, has its own unique look. Love this film. Amazing dialogue as well. Some pretty fun action. Well, not fun, just interesting. License to Kill, my least favorite, probably one of my least favorite James Bond films. I did not like Timothy Dalton's Bond. I just didn't. It's just, the movie just isn't fun. I don't even know why I have it. I have it because I have it. Land of the Lost, just a stupid comedy. I think I would just watch this with friends just to, like, laugh at stuff. It's fun in the sense where, like, it's just stupid fun. It just has a lot of things that doesn't make any sense. I never watched the show or anything, but it's okay. I mean, the CG is fine, I guess. Last Action Hero. I love how this makes fun of action movies. It was a really cool cameo from Robert Patrick that I just loved. I look back at it, and now that I'm such a movie buff, and I see it, and I'm like, that. Yeah, so a really fun film, really cool action, makes fun of the action movie genre. Kick-Ass. Love this film. It's amazing. Visually amazing. Comedically amazing. Exciting action. Very violent. I will say this is a much lighter tone than the comics, if that's believable, because some people consider this movie dark. But no, this movie, it's amazing. It's one of the movies that actually got me into movies. They made me really think about getting into film. One of them. Not the one, which we'll get to. It is there. Anyway. Jurassic Park. Just watch it. I'm gonna get it on Blu-ray at some point. Just watch it. I don't even have to explain it to you. Iron Man. The first film in Marvel Cinematic Universe, and actually, it's probably still my favorite. Definitely. It goes Iron Man, Avengers, Captain America, Winter Soldier. For me personally. But yeah, no, Iron Man, amazing film. I think it is the best. I don't know what to say about this movie. I just love it. I don't want to spend too much time on it because I really have to get to this. My towers. There. Anyway, I'm just gonna fly through them. Amazing. My favorite. Great conclusion. Fun if you've never seen Indiana Jones before, and I think that it's definitely not worthy of holding the Indiana Jones title, but still a fun movie in its own right. Definitely doesn't rise to the marks of the others. Yeah, it'll work. Put these back in there. Okay. Next stack. That over there, that over here. Forward. Wow, this actually is not in 3D. Star Trek Into Darkness was in 3D. I just had a few problems with other cases, so I just kind of had to trade them out. It's complicated. But Inception on Blu-ray, DVD, special features. Amazing film, great looking Blu-ray. A whole bunch of special features on this Blu-ray that I really enjoyed. A documentary hosted by Joseph Gordon-Levitt that I really liked about dreams was pretty interesting. But yeah, no, great film. It's an action film, but it's an action film that makes you think. You can't just shut your brain off and watch this. You have to, like, really get invested and know what's going on. It's kind of busy work to some people, and some people just kind of consider it a movie for smart people. But I love this film. It's Inception. It's brilliant. Christopher Nolan's never made a bad film. Hot Tub Time Machine, a movie that I heard got some hate, but I love it with a fire. This movie, it makes fun of the 80s and 80s movies and decades of parodies them. It references them. If you're an 80s fan, if you're an 80s movie fan, you'll love this movie. It's incredible. Really raunchy action. Not action, comedy. It's hilarious. I think it's hilarious. A lot of reference humor for us movie nerds out there, especially if you like the 80s or Back to the Future. Not a movie, but a show, at least first season show, Heroes. I got this for like crazy cheap, season 1 of Heroes, so I decided to get it because I really enjoyed Heroes. I'm rewatching it now, actually, now that we got this new perspective on comic books, and it's really good. It's Heroes. I don't want to get into it. I get really into Heroes if I wanted to. That is not what this video is about. Hellboy 2. Hellboy 2. I removed the sticker thing. It's on my wall. Anyway, but Hellboy 2, The Golden Army. I think this comes with... No, it comes with bonus features. It does come with DVD, alright. Hellboy 2, great looking Blu-ray. Beautiful colors in this film. Great action. I think Ron Perlman actually does a really good job as Hellboy. You know, I kind of feel for him. I feel for him. Really cool villain in this movie. It has a lot to say. It's a really good film. I like Hellboy. Very visually impressive. It's entertaining. You know, you woke up the baby. Just iconic moments. Harold and Kumar go to White Castle. Not much to say about it. I mean, it's funny. Yeah. The Hangover Part 2, which is my favorite Hangover personally. I like that just more messed up stuff happens in this film than the first one. You know, it's just it's crazier in my humble opinion. More messed up stuff. I think that Ken Jeong really highlights here as Chow. You know, it's a fun movie. I don't know why I got it on Blu-ray. It looks really good on Blu-ray. It's a Blu-ray. I mean, for me, Blu-ray makes everything. The Hangover 1, the one that started it all. It's a great film. There's a tiger in the bathroom. Not much I can say about it. Most people's favorites. My favorite's Hangover 2, but still. The Goonies. I grew up with this film. I love this film. Goonies Never Say Die. Amazing. Goldfinger. Sean Connery is James Bond. I don't know what else to say. The only good Pierce Brosnan film, GoldenEye. Really fun action. I like the Bond chick in this film. You know, yeah, it's GoldenEye. It's fun. I think it's fun. You know, it's very... For me, I think it's the most generic of the Bond films, but it's also really fun. Lighthearted. Ghostbusters, Me and Afraid No Ghost. I have not seen this on Blu-ray yet. I just needed to own it. The store actually did not have it on DVD. But this was like dirt cheap. It was like $5 or something. But yeah, Ghostbusters, iconic. Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Yeah. This comes with the movie, and also comes with a DVD that I think it's a soundtrack from the film. There are only like 4 songs listed on it. I mean, there aren't any scratches on this. Lips Like Sugar, Chains of Love, Need You Tonight, and Take On Me. All released in the 80s, these movies. If you want it, if you're on Facebook, contact me if you want it. YouTube people, stay away. But this is a CD, I don't really want it. I mean, it's music. I love music. It's just CD. But I barely even know what a CD is. Yeah, so Ferris Bueller, great film. It's iconic. I don't know what I'll say about Ferris Bueller. It's quotable as hell. Yeah. I'm just gonna take both of these. Fantastic Four and Fantastic Four Res the Silver Surfer. Fun. Awful performance by the guy from Reed Richards. Awful Jessica Alba. I think Michael Chiklis and Chris Evans do a great job as the Thing and Human Torch respectively. I like the guy who played Doom. As soon as he got the Doom suit on, before that his motivations were just stupid. It's okay. Silver Surfer. Love Silver Surfer in this film. Lawrence Fishburne did an amazing job as the voice. That was awesome. I'll be right here. TT. Not much to say. I have not watched it on Blu-ray yet. I got it a few days ago. But it's amazing. Evolution, the movie that I grew up with. It's pretty fun. It's not the best movie ever, but I grew up with it. Holds my place in my heart. This will be out of order, alphabetically. Hot Fuzz, Shaun of the Dead, and World's End, which I consider the Edgar Wright trilogy, tonally. Even though they're not connected anyway in continuity, I feel like they're in the same universe. For me, personally, you know, I feel like all the characters, all the actors really, evolve in each film. Yeah, I love all these films. I like how they make fun of each genre they're in. The movie that got me... Whoa. Uh-oh. Oh, that one's shaking. Oh, that will be a nasty fall. Okay. The movie that got me into movies, District 9. This is a movie, I watched the documentary on this film. I forgot if it was on the disc or whatnot. But, oh, what was the documentary? This disc. Okay. District 9, the movie that got me into movies. I love this film so much. I love everything it has to say. The acting is incredible. It's dark, but it still kind of like has everything you want in a sci-fi. It's interesting. It's District 9. I love this movie. Die Hard with a Vengeance. My favorite Die Hard film. This is right here. I love the scale of it. Jeremy Irons is a great villain. Sam Jackson does a great job. But this is before Sam Jackson really became big. Before this, he was the, like, you know, the hang on to your butts guy from Jurassic Park. Die Hard, the one that started it all. Great film. Hans Gruber, amazing villain. There's not much I can say about it. It's Die Hard. Best Christmas film ever. Yeah. How can I talk briefly about this? Greatest interpretation, Batman. Batman Begins, my favorite one. Dark Knight, amazing performance by Heath Ledger as the Joker. Dark Knight Rises, great set pieces, very grand story. My favorite track of all the films, how they use the music and the sounds in it. Best fight scene ever. Yeah, that was gonna fall. It's gonna fall. Whatever. Yeah. Well, no! Why are you falling? What are you trying to balance on? Cowboys and aliens. Don't know what else I don't know what I can say about this film aside from a lot of fun. If you like westerns, I think you'll like this film. I'm not a huge fan of westerns, but that's what I hear. I like this film. It has a very unique twist. I love the character development and stuff. It has some pretty fun action. It's deeper than I thought it would be by the title, but just listen to the title, Cowboys and Aliens. Has absolutely nothing to do with the comic it's based on, which I read and I love. But still, both are really, really cool, and they have what I think is similar tone, similar messages. Anyway, Casino Royale, Dawn's Blu-ray. Love this film. This is an amazing looking Blu-ray. It's a lot of fun. The action scene, the first action scene is incredible. It's very tense. Daniel Craig does a great job, and Eva Green is Vesper. My God, I don't even. Amazing. Very stylish, too. Great poker. Cabin in the Woods on Blu-ray. This movie's great. I love how it makes fun of the horror genre, where at the same time it really appreciates it being a good horror film all its own. Joss Whedon masterpiece. I really do feel like Joss Whedon has his claws in this movie. It's like, it's very Whedon-ish. Don't you forget about me. The flashback edition of Breakfast Club. All of the behind-the-scenes footage stuff in this is really new. The commentaries and the behind-the-scenes and stuff. It's Breakfast Club. What can I say? Amazing dialogue. Like, I don't know what to say about this movie. I don't know how to describe why this movie's so good. The soundtrack, for example. This is actually my favorite movie soundtrack. I could listen to the soundtrack to this movie for days, and it bring back happy, sad emotions and stuff. Really great characters, and I think this really is relevant today, for high schoolers and whatnot. Blade. I know what there is to say about Blade. Wesley Snipes is Blade. Great film. It's very fun. It feels very comic bookish. This really does feel like a comic book, on film. At the end of every fight scene, there's blood and ash and, stuff all around. Yet Blade's perfectly clean at the end of every fight. It's a great film. Wesley Snipes, I think, does actually give a lot as Blade. Like, character-wise, I really feel for him, his conflict. But yeah, great movie. It's Blade. Really cool-looking Blu-ray. Very good movie. Alright, has some fight scenes, has some behind-the-scenes stuff. Take a look at that. Excellent! My name is Bill S. Preston, Esquire, and I'm Ted Theodore Logan, and together we are Wild Stallions! I love this movie. I don't know why I love this movie. I do. It's just fun. It's lighthearted. It makes fun of history. It's just a really fun film. I think it makes fun of Doctor Who a lot. Yeah. Keanu Reeves before in The Matrix, where he was all like, whereas in this he was all like, whoa, you know. So, Bill and Ted, it's a fun movie. They say fag in it though, which is very nice. Anyway, amazing. I'm Keanu. Batman 1989. I understand what this film represented. It does not hold up today. Obviously, I tried to put myself in the mindset of this movie where it's like, this is before the animated series. This is before the Nolan films. This is before the general public had a good perception of what Batman is and should be. And like that, and to that mindset, it's amazing. Jack Nicholson is really fun as the Joker. Mal Keaton does a passable job as Batman. I know what it represents. It just does not hold up today, like, at all. You know, like, it just doesn't. I mean, but it's still good. I just wouldn't watch it, you know, all the time. Okay. Bad Boys 1 and 2. I'm gonna say this. This collection of Bad Boys 1 and 2, this double disc feature right now, it was the exact same price as Bad Boys 2 on its own, and that's the only one I wanted, just Bad Boys 2. But it was the same price, so I figured, hey, I should just get both, you know, more hours for the same amount of money. Anyway, sorry about that. I thought I saw a shadow behind me in the camera, and it was just a little memory card thing in the middle. Weird. Anyway, but yeah. So Bad Boys 2, yeah. I've never actually seen Bad Boys 1. I just watched Bad Boys 2, which, by the way, I had not seen Bad Boys 2 since before about a month ago. Sorry for all those of you who love it. I love it now as well. Do not hate me for being late to the party. I cannot see every movie in the universe. Bad Boys 2, great action film. It's a lot of fun. I actually really feel for the characters. It has all those Michael Bay things that just like make it so Michael Bay. I really enjoy Michael Bay films because they really do all feel like, you know, they're one and the same, with the exception of The Island. But you know, Bad Boys 2, amazing action film. I've not seen Bad Boys 1, but I hear it's worse. I'm gonna watch it one day, but you know, I haven't yet. Yeah, I'm just gonna grab all these movies. This next trilogy. Anyway, Back to the Future Part 1. I watch this every day. This movie every day. I just could. Such a cool period film. This is the 80s movie of 80s movies. It's just fantastic. I don't know how to put it. This is a 2-disc featurette, the first film. The second disc comes with a crap ton of bonus features I haven't even watched yet, which I'm not gonna watch it right after. Yeah, Back to the Future. I don't know how to put it. It's Back to the Future. Just watch it. Watch it. This goes. Oh, 2. My favorite as a kid. Doesn't definitely one of the. I think it's the weakest of the series. Thinking back about it, but the hoverboard scene is incredible, and I really like the future, the alternate 80s they have. It's pretty fun. I like how it just like messes with continuity. Avengers Assemble. What can I say about Avengers? It's an amazing. It's a popcorn movie. It's really fun. Jeremy Renner is just a badass as Hawkeye. You know, everyone, you know, like steps up their game here. The Captain America suit looks awful. Hulk is fantastic. Hulk is the unexpected surprise. The diamond in the sea of other diamonds. The biggest diamond, the greenest diamond. Yeah, this movie's incredible. I don't want to get too simple. Avatar. A movie that when it came out, it was like the best movie ever. You know, everyone's like, Avatar, amazing visual effects, amazing story, everything. And then about a year later, it was like, it's a really good movie. It's good, but it's a bit pretentious. And then another year later, and now people are like, a pretentious piece of crap just for hippies and tree huggers and stuff. I already watched this film a few days ago when I got on Blu-ray, and I still think it's a masterpiece. Honestly, I still think it is one of the most. James Cameron's masterpiece. It's visually impressive. The story is amazing. All the characters amazing. Sam Worthington, even though he plays the same character in every film, that character is needed in this film. The personality they go for. You know, it's just an incredible, incredible film. I love it. Has a lot of really good messages in it. No, I don't think there's a weak performance in this film, honestly. I can't think of anyone I really, really dislike. You could say Sam Worthington, but the person he plays in every film, that's who's needed in Avatar for Jake Sully. A movie that I don't even remember how I heard about it. I wish this movie was much well received, but if all quirky movies that are special and stand out of the crowd were all popular, then they wouldn't be special. Attack the Block. I love this film. It's a little British dark comedy with some horror elements in there that kind of remind me, like, if Aliens and let's see, if Aliens, Shaun of the Dead, and like Alien, Shaun of the Dead, New Jack City, and like The Sandlot or Stand By Me all had a kid, and you add in, like, you know, like some like awesomeness, it's Attack the Block. I mean, what can I say about this film? I really like the villain Hi-Hat in this film. He was pretty cool. All the aliens look really cool. I love the visual style they went with. All the special features on this particular disc are great. It's very funny. It's very fun. It can get very dark at sometimes. It has a very low budget, you can tell. But that's what makes it so great, is that it has this very realistic, gritty quality to it, and it's just great. All the performances, I think, are really, really good in this film. All the comedic performances are great, but also the serious role of this main actor. I can't believe I forgot his name. He's amazing. John Boyega. Well, Jonathan, so John, did an amazing job as the lead Moses in this film. I thought he was incredible. Yeah, this movie, it's great. I love it. It's about as independent can get, and that's what's amazing about it. A movie that used to scare the living crap out of me as a child, but now I love it. It's Aliens. This is a special edition that comes with a crap ton of bonus features that I have watched all of it, all of the bonus features and everything. It's an amazing film. It's just awesome. This is another one of those, like, so 80s that it's 80s film. Yeah. The Adjustment Bureau, a thriller where no guns are fired. Amazingly stylish. It's a great film. Matt Damon's really cool in it. I love the message in this film about, you know, you can't, like, fate and stuff. It's great. Yeah, we're getting to the numbers. There are 2 movies left. Alright. So hard to see this video end. And it's going to be hard to edit it. 300. My favorite Zack Snyder film. There's a poster in my man cave area up there that I'm looking at. Visually amazing. I want to get it on Blu-ray. Even on DVD it looks incredible. At least, you know, my PS3 anyway. But yeah, no, great visuals. I think it's really great story. It's just laid out very well. It feels very, you know, like, stylish. And, you know, all the action scenes are incredible. There are some action scenes that are just, like, burned and etched into my brain after watching this film. It's just ridiculously awesome. Sneeze? No, I'm good. Alright. 300. It's incredible. It's just awesome. And, what's the name of the actress? Who was the main character? I always forget her name. It was, I mean, the lead, not the lead. Well, not the lead, but yeah, you know, Leonidas' wife. I don't know why I can't remember her name. She's actually in a lot of stuff recently, but I don't even remember. She was really cool in the film. That she's not only is she a beautiful actress, but she's actually a really good actor. I really feel like that actress, Lena Headey, that's her. Like, she has a lot of range as an actress. You know, she was like just evil as all hell and dread, and she's like, you know, kind of like a really, you know, like independent, you know, like all put together woman in this film, you know, kind of like a very leaderish type. You know, she didn't just feel like she was there, it just looked pretty. Like, even though she is the only, like, female in the film, actually, I think. Well, aside from New York. But yeah, no, but just great performances throughout, a lot of fun, 300. Last but not least, the final film in my collection. The end of the video. 21 Jump Street. My favorite comedy of the year that it came out in. This film is hilarious. The first time I saw it, I laughed like every other moment. Like every minute I laughed. I'm rewatching it. It's still really fun. The action of the movie I think is actually pretty impressive. Some of the car chases and stuff. Yeah, no, I love how it makes fun of like those action movie genres, and it has a lot of those references to the original show, which I did damper in. And there's a cameo in this film that I didn't see coming, and I really enjoyed. But yeah, 21 Jump Street, it's great. So if you can tell me how many movies I have, because hell, I didn't count. Please let me know. So yeah, I guess I'm going to be seeing Amazing Spider-Man 2 on May 2nd when it comes out. Not May 2nd. The day after, because it's on Saturday. Probably the day after that, because I'm going to be working on Saturday. Anyway, I'll probably put up a review of Amazing Spider-Man 2 because I'm really looking forward to that. This summer has a lot of movies that I'm going to be really interested in seeing. But that's all my movies. I cherish them, all of them. Thank you for watching the video. If you have any questions or anything like that, please let me know. Goodbye.